Hey class, this is Mr. Fitzgerald. Good afternoon. This is the video lesson about visual unity, and that is the last in our series of principles of design. So after this we're going to move on to other stuff, and we finally discuss all the principles of design. Alright, so before I read the text, I'm going to kind of let you know what you need to be looking for. The first thing, of course, that you need to learn, you need to kind of pick up on is about what unity is. You know, that's the principle that we're talking about. So the key words, one of the key words you need to think about is unity. All right. The other key words you need to think about are the methods that people use, that artists use to create unity, and those are simplicity, harmony, theme and variation, which is kind of just theme and the variations of the theme. So we're just going to call that theme, or maybe even theme and variation. It doesn't matter. We'll use both terms. And then proximity or continuation, which are very close. So again, that's simplicity, harmony, theme and variation, proximity, and then continuation. All right, so that is 5 separate methods that people use to create unity. All right, so of course you're going to watch this video or you're going to read this article. I suggest you actually do both because you'll get the information 2 different ways. But you watch this video, read the article, then you answer the questions on a separate piece of paper, and then you turn it in tomorrow for homework. Okay, so you're turning it tomorrow for homework. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you the questions that you're going to need to answer at the end, so that you can already have them in your brain, and you can think about them while you listen or watch the video or read the article. So when you get to that, you can go ahead, make either a mental note or an actual note, or go ahead and answer that question, so that you can have that information at the ready when it comes to answer the questions. All right, so the first question, y'all, is what is unity? So you need to be able to tell me what unity is. And then the second question is you need to explain the 5 methods to create visual unity. So like I said, the 5 methods are harmony or simplicity, harmony, theme and variation, proximity or continuity. So that's 5. Sorry. Simplicity, harmony, theme and variation, proximity, and continuity. All right, so 5 methods. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and read the article. Right? We can get into the information. All right, so the article is actually called Unity and Variety. I'm not going to make you do anything with the whole variety thing because we've talked about contrast and stuff like that. So we're just concentrating on the unity part. All right, so unity and variety. Unity is the feeling that everything fits together. It is a feeling of oneness. The opposite of unity is disunity, a feeling of disorder. In art, unity is often achieved by the repetition of a shape, color, or another visual element. So right there in the first paragraph, I've told you what unity is. All right, first sentence. Very first sentence. All right, now, another method is simplicity. Simplicity is the use of one major color, kind of shape, or element to unify a work. All right, so now we're getting to the methods. The first one is simplicity. And a third technique called harmony, related colors, textures, materials might be combined. A fourth technique is theme and variation. In this case, an artist might organize a work around one major element like a circle, that'd be theme, and then include variations on the circle, showing it in different sizes and colors or including some half circles. Sometimes works are unified by proximity or continuity. All right? Proximity means that parts are grouped together, so everything is all grouped together in one kind of clump, proximity. Continuity means that edges of forms are lined up so your eye moves from one part to another in a definite order. Okay? So I've talked about the 5. It was weird because it kind of put it into an order. I don't know it kind of tells you that there's 6, but I want you to know that there's 5. There's 5. They didn't really explain that what they consider, at least the first technique. They didn't really name it or anything, because we're not really just trying to make everything the same. I think that's kind of like the theme. So again, I don't really know where the text was going with that, but there's 5, and they're the ones that in your article, they're italicized. So look for the italicized words. All right, so next, variety is often said to be the spice of life. In art, variety is like a spice. A totally unified work is likely to be kind of boring, all right? Variety is the use of contrasting elements to make something interesting. The contrast or difference may be subtle, such as a slight change in texture or color within an area, and may be more obvious, such as a sharp difference in the materials, sizes of shapes, colors, or lighting. Just as we appreciate unity and variety in nature, we seem to want unity and variety in our lives and in our art. All right, so let's talk about variety and how variety can bring excitement. That is true, but you don't want it to be crazy. You know, you still want for the majority to be unified, right? You want everything to be unified, and your contrast, your variety, we've talked about contrast, so we know what that is. It needs to be done in a way that kind of doesn't take away from everything else, right? It needs to bring emphasis, but it does not need to be taken away. So we want a general feeling of unity, right? We want our general feeling of unity. We don't want anything to be kind of like sticking out so much that we're kind of like, what is that doing there? What is that doing there, right? So we do want a little bit of spice, but we don't want it in a way that makes us wonder if the artist meant to do that, or something like that. But anyway, there you go. Again, now I'll go over the questions. Again, I almost repeated myself in some parts. I kind of did, but I almost kind of went back and reread things. But that's why I did this video, right? That's why you have an article, so you can always go back. So I won't do that on the video, even though I know I do that in class. Anyway, so here's the first question again. Now okay, first of all, 6th and 7th graders, you're gonna write, question 1, question 2, and write the question and then answer it, right? 8th graders, you don't do that, okay? All right, so question 1, what is unity? What is unity? Question 2, I want you to explain the 5 methods to create visual unity. Remember, they're the ones I named earlier, and they're the ones that are italicized in your book. The 5 methods. All right, so of course, 8th graders, you're not going to write the numbers. You're going to write it in paragraph form. I want you getting ready for that. That's going to be kind of how you write things in high school and in college. People want to know that you can write. So write those in paragraph form. Remember, don't write the numbers, just write the sentences kind of all together in paragraph form. All right, so there you go, guys. Remember, this is due tomorrow, and I hope to see you then. All right, bye.